following is a presentation of the National Hockey League.
On behalf of the National Hockey League, welcome to our video on the four-man system. A special thanks to the NHL officials who allowed us to use live game footage to make this video possible. Many times we've been asked questions on what do they look for, what do they see, where do they position themselves on the ice, and how do you make the four-man system work? This video is not the be-all end-all of being a great official. It is only the science side of officiating, when in fact there's many other things that make an official great. Everything from dealing with the coaches, to dealing with the players, to making calls, to reading and reacting to the play all over the ice. These are what make officials great, night in and night out, and truly is the art of officiating. On behalf of the National Hockey League, thanks for watching the video, and please enjoy it.
Hockey is the fastest sport in the world. With the speed, intensity, and skill of today's players, on-ice officials must be able to keep up with the constant challenges the game brings about. This video is designed to help establish guidelines and direction to both veterans and newcomers to hockey. This is the four-man system. Game on! The referee dropping the puck at the start of each period will be decided beforehand. This referee will drop the puck facing the penalty bench, while the other referee will be on the penalty bench side facing the players' benches. He should be in a good position to clearly see the players standing behind the referee conducting the face-off. He will look for encroachments and other fouls off the draw. The referee not conducting the face-off will go in the direction of the puck and assume that end of the ice, thus becoming the lead referee. Another example here shows good positioning off the draw and good reaction time by the lead referee to anticipate the play coming into the zone. A referee should also make sure he is in good position to exit the face-off. As we see here, the referee anticipates the play and then hustles behind the players in good proximity. As the replay shows, agility and turning are important aspects of the exit.
When I'm dropping the puck at center, my first instinct is see where the puck goes. And once I know where the puck goes, then I'll do some backward C-cuts out to open ice, keeping my eyes on the play and the players so like you're not looking down, missing anything.
The lead referee, leading the play. The most important aspect of using the two-referee system is that referees should position themselves as best they can to see the play. The lead referee should, as much as possible, lead the play into the end zone with puck and player proximity, keeping all players in front of him. In this example, the lead referee uses good backwards acceleration when the play is moving towards him, so he is flowing with the play. As we see here, the referee anticipates the rush as the white team gain possession through the neutral zone. He maintains good position while staring directly at the play. Good backwards acceleration allows him to keep up with the speed of the rush. The replay reaffirms. See the top right of your screen. Good anticipation of the transition. Excellent backward skating and a good clean stop at the side of the net adjust the referee to good sight line of the corner.
Well, I find with the two-referee system now we have backward skating is more important than ever, and we're taught to keep our knees bent, and especially going backwards. And if you can keep your head up, skating backwards with your bent knees, and it's kind of like your head on a swivel, then you can view more of the ice.
The referee here reacts quickly to the transition out of the zone. He is in good position to backwards accelerate and lead the play into the zone. He's in good proximity to the players in front of him, leaving him in good position to make the penalty call. As the replay shows, Good anticipation and acceleration leave him in good proximity to the play.
You cannot get in a room and think, okay, I got to be in that best position. You got to react to where the players are on the ice, and that's what makes a good referee.
A close-up view of a transition demonstrates the need to concentrate on good footwork, turning, crosses, and backwards acceleration. The lead referee, down low. When the play takes place down low, end zone positioning will generally be in the area of the goal line. Good agility is required for the lead referee relative to the play to be in good position to see the play as it works in and around the net area. The referee here does a good job quickly reacting to the play and using a C-cut to put him in a better position to remain focused on the play. This other example also shows a good C-cut down low. Quick reaction time and anticipation put the referee in a better position to monitor the play. We see here a good example of a pivot used by the referee to keep himself looking directly at the play. The referee does not turn his back, but rather uses good footwork to remain facing the play.
You have to put yourself in the best position at that time, and sometimes it's not how the textbook says you have to do it. So you get yourself into a position, see the play the best, make the right call, and then ideally you want to maintain what we're taught, right? To stay out of the way of the play, but have a great sight line. So, and that changes throughout the game.
It is encouraged, when necessary, for the lead to move in behind the net to the other side, leaving the area of high player density. Once the referee decides to move behind the net, he must commit to moving to the other side. The official here does a good job of crossing sides and avoiding traffic to gain better sight lines.
Yeah, it's all in anticipation is such a key to our positioning. You've got to know, read that play properly, and get yourself to a position where you're not going to be in the way, but you got a great view of the puck and of the play.
When a play occurs in front of the net, hustling hard towards the goal is necessary to gain better sight line. A weak response and lack of anticipation or hustle in front could cost the referee correct judgment of the play.
Got it!
In this play, the referee hustles hard to the net to ensure that the puck is not loose.
Still loose! Off the goalie, Alex! Here we go!
This game reel example shows the referee making a good attempt to hustle to the net in order to gain better sight line of the puck.
How did that stay out? As Chris Mason does the splits and the puck sat on the line.
Enables you to gain a good sight line. Good sight lines, I think, are direct correlation of good judgment. So if you have good judgment, you're usually in pretty good position to view the play.
The lead referee should also do as best as he can to have patience around the net during scrambles. It is important for the referee not to guess the play, but rather do as best he can to see the puck without prematurely blowing his whistle. A quick whistle could kill a potential scoring chance.
It's loose!
By these game reel examples, we see the referee being patient, and most of all, being in good position behind the net to see the puck. He does not assume the puck is covered. Rather, he adjusts his position to assure it is not.
This game trailing by 3, and they put a lot of pressure on. We've talked about Johan Holmquist, his 7th consecutive game, and boy, what a save he makes there. Reaches out on Jamie Langenbrunner. Here's another look. Watch the stick in the arm of Holmquist. Reaches out right there and stops Langenbrunner. Lead, feed, and Petter's away. Dustin Petter stopped by Backstrom. Loose Perry whacks at it. They score!
What we stress as NHL officials is basically not taking anything for granted. Even though you're hustling and moving hard, in the back of our mind, slow is better. Take a deep breath, make sure the goalie's got it, and then blow the whistle once you know the goalie does have it. The
trailing referee. The pursuit. As the play exits the zone, the lead referee now becomes the trailing referee. He must return and skate hard to hustle to the play as it moves in front of him. When the play is in the end zone, the trailing referee generally positions himself outside the blue line, moving laterally with the play.
Again, it's important to have a good view of whatever's happening on the ice, so the closer that you can keep yourself in pursuit of the play, it provides you with a closer view, and you're not looking through as many players or over top of players. You get actually closer to the play.
This video shows the referee anticipating the movement out of the zone. Once the play continues up ice, the referee instinctually follows the play through the neutral zone, avoiding traffic. He makes a cross to the other side of the ice after reading his partner's movement. Commonly, he would pursue on the same side as where he started. The referee keeps his eye on the play at all times and doing what he can to see the play down low.
If you can reduce the gap between you and your partner, that reduces at the same time the chance of missing a call. So if you're close from the players, close from the play, you get a better sight line, and obviously you'll get the right calls that made.
In this final example, we see the team in blue make a quick transition up ice. The trailing referee makes an excellent break up the ice. He makes sure not to coast, but instead hustles hard.
You got to be set to move like in a flash. But like I said, my thing is most referees are going to be anticipate the play properly, and then you can be in position to get the best sight lines, be the best possible position to get the right call.
Area of focus, defensive zone. Overall, both referees are responsible for all events on the ice, but generally referees have a main focus area. When the puck is in and around the net, the lead referee is responsible but not limited to that area of the ice, where his movement will create space and good sight lines to the action area. The trailing referee then has the responsibility of watching all other areas of the ice surface and playing off his partner to ensure they are in sync with each other and the game. In this example, we see the lead referee and trailing referee read not only the play, but also each other's positioning. As the play develops, the trailing referee reads his partner's instinct to move to the other side of the net and swiftly moves closer to the play. The officials here are in sync with the play and each other.
There's so much action in the NHL. The game is so fast that honestly I don't think you can do it by yourself now. So you got to rely on your partner, and I mean, you trust him. He got his own job to do, you got your own job to do, but you do it the best way you can.
Here we see the trailing referee in good position at the blue line to focus in on the developing play in front of the net. Notice his position between the wingers to get perfect sight line of the faceoff. His concern is not where he should be relative to ice, but rather where he should be relative to the play. The infraction will happen in front of the net. From this view, we see the lead referee in good position, focused on the puck, while the trailing referee sees the foul in front. This play is a good example of teamwork in the two-referee system.
I think when two referees are working well together, you're covering the entire ice. You're going to have overlap areas, but if I call a penalty and he kind of looks like he's looking at it, and he's got to trust that what I saw was a penalty.
In this common defensive zone formation, the lead referee is well positioned and focused on his end of the play, while the trailing referee is positioned closer to center. Notice their linear relationship to the play. Not surprisingly, both officials make the penalty call. Both referees may have their arms in the air to give a penalty. The lead referee, or closest to the play, shall make the announcement. Referees should also check with each other to make sure they are making the same call. 45. Referees switch end zone coverage after each commercial stoppage, and may also end up switching ends after the scoring of a goal. Area of focus, Neutral zone. When the play is moving up the ice, checks and fouls in the neutral zone must be witnessed by one of the two referees. The lead referee is skating backwards and must be aware of the puck carrier and any interference on attacking forwards chasing the shoot-ins. In this sequence, we see the trailing referee hustling up to see the play through the neutral zone. He is required to get sightline of any body contact or illegal back-checking from his vantage point. The lead referee is skating backwards to focus also on illegal back-checking and other interference. As the play continues, a transition in play occurs, meaning that focus now shifts to the former lead referee, now trailing referee, to watch for contact from the back of the play. The now lead referee must transition and skate backwards in order to avoid the rush. He does so successfully, and the trailing referee supports him by getting better sight lines near center.
Things aren't always by the textbook. You have to be able to just improvise, be quick on your feet, and read the plays properly. Like you said, that comes with experience.
The swap. Conducting line changes. Line changes begin once the whistle has blown to stop the play, and the referee is sure no potential altercations may occur. The trailing referee should do his best to control line changes where he can best make good eye contact and communicate with both benches. He should allow the visiting team's bench 5 seconds to change their players. Once they are finished, he is to raise his arm to indicate no further changes. This signal also indicates to the home team that they may now make their player change, if they need to, and should be allowed up to 8 seconds for the change. Once both changes are done, the referee lowers his arm, indicating no further changes. From this example, we see the referee skate in good position at center, making good eye contact with the benches. The visiting team decides not to change, so focus shifts to the home team. Once the change is accomplished, a strong signal is made to the linesman to initiate the face-off.
If you got a good communication, a good relationship with coaches, it makes our job a little easier because you run the line change, and if you got like a good eye contact with coaches, he's going to tell you, all right, I'm done, I'm not changing. So that avoids that little delay there, and the other coach is not mad because he made like a late change. So it's a lot easier if you got a good communication with coaches.
If either team attempts to violate a line change, they should not be permitted to make their change, and any late changing players should be sent back to the players' bench by the referee conducting the change.
Go, Roby! Sound ready.
Both referees do a good job in this instance recognizing the late change.
Go, Roby! Sound ready.
The circle. End zone face-offs. For end zone face-offs, the lead referee should position himself on the opposite side of the ice where the ensuing face-off will occur, somewhere near the bottom of the adjacent face-off circle. From here, he should be able to focus in on the centers and wingers closest to the boards. The trailing referee will be just outside the blue line closest to the draw. From here, he'll be able to watch for encroachments and fouls after and during the face-off. Referees should have good anticipation of the play as it unfolds. As this other example shows, the trailing referee is outside the blue line with good sight line of the wingers and face-off. The lead referee, meanwhile, is on the other side, watching the play from a desired angle to see the play. Both referees are therefore in a position to clothesline the play in order to best see the draw. These game examples show the lead referee and trailing referee making the appropriate call off the faceoff.
And I think there's some interference called off the faceoff.
See right here on the boards here, watch how he just hangs on to him, and
the faceoff. Interference.
Just getting yourself in a position to see them, and you know what? There's calls when maybe your partner got blocked out, and you know if he'd seen that, he's going to call it. So you've got to jump on that and be, backing your partner up just to keep that consistency.
Mid-ice. Neutral zone face-offs. For the referee's end that the face-off is being conducted, the referee will take his position across the ice so he is able to see as much as possible of the face-off. His partner will be positioned on the same side as the face-off, forming a clotheslining effect with his partner to the draw. Both must anticipate and react to the play quickly. As this example shows, the referee is correctly stationed around the blue to best see the play, while his partner finds the right ice to see the draw. The referee that becomes the lead anticipates the incoming rush, while the trailing referee reacts to the play and stays behind. Voice of the call, the penalty. Once a referee has decided to call a penalty, he should communicate to the player the penalty.
Hold by 14. 14.
He will then skate to center, turn his microphone on, and face directly ahead toward the penalty box. After the announcing of the penalty, the referee shall assume his end of the ice where the last play ended. It is best to come to a complete stop, deliver the penalty, and then skate to the next position.
2 minutes for holding.
Being poised and confident go a long way in sending the correct message to the people in the rink, the official scorer, and the viewers at home.
Number 9, Washington, 2 minutes. Boarding.
One-on-one. Penalty shots and shootouts. Referees have specific tasks for penalty shots and shootouts. The referee who called a penalty shot should position himself at the goal line, where he can best see the play, and also to communicate to the goalkeeper if necessary. In shootouts, it is decided beforehand who will work at the net. The referee who did not call the penalty shot will position himself at center, facing the players' benches, instructing the shooter, and watching for potential distractions from the benches. The referee at the net should blow his whistle to begin the play, while the back ref follows up slowly. Close calls. Video review. When a goal has been scored and has been seen by the lead referee, he should point into the net with his non-whistle arm. No whistle is necessary unless the puck went in and out of the net quickly, and the players appear to be unsure as to whether or not the puck entered the net.
In.
That's in.
Absolutely.
Oh,
It hits that bar.
After the goal, the referee must then go to the penalty bench, where he will tell the off-ice official the number of the player who scored the goal. Whenever there is a close play at the net, the referee must make an instantaneous decision as to goal or no goal. This can then be confirmed or overturned through the use of the video goal judge, but an immediate signal must be provided by the referee. This is especially important if the play is deemed inconclusive by video review. Regardless of his decision, he should consult the video goal judge if he feels the play is close enough. If ruled a goal, the referee should point to center to indicate a goal. If it is no goal, then he shall give the washout signal. The buzzer. End of the game. When the game is over and the officials have made sure all the players have left the ice, they will then make their way to the dressing room. The two referees that work in the four-man system can best be described with one word: teamwork. Being in sync with your partner and having a good feel for the game are some of the basic elements necessary for this system to work.
You have to have a feel for what is going on out there. You have to have a feel as a player and as the official, so you know You see the situation, you know this player, he's going to get hit. You know what his intent is on a certain play. And that all comes with experience. And the more you're around, you start to read, and just, it's like you said, instincts is a huge part of it.
Game on! Before every game, linesmen should select in which end they will start the game. Linesmen are generally positioned on opposite sides of the ice, closest to their ends. This will allow them to react immediately to their blue line if the play moves in that direction. From this play, we see another example of positioning off the draw. When the puck is dropped, the linesman whose end the puck goes into adjusts to the blue line, while the other linesman readies himself near his own line. The front linesman, working the line. In general, linesmen work diagonally from each other. Movement is based on the movement of the puck and the players. The front linesman is that whose zone contains the puck. For offsides, the front linesman must place himself in the best possible position to see the play. Ideally, he should try to be at his blue line prior to the puck crossing the line. As this example shows, the linesman is ready to anticipate the movement into the zone. He reads the play and puts himself in the best position to make the call. The players and the play will always tell where a linesman should be in proximity to the blue line.
You have to work around the players, you have to maybe work around the other referee. So it's basically reacting to the play and having the foot speed and the anticipation to do it before the play gets on top of you.
At the line, the front linesman should also be aware of delayed offsides, making sure that all players have tagged up and left the zone before re-entering or attempting to take possession. As these two game reel examples demonstrate, good sight lines lead to the correct calls.
Side, and it's dumped in, but maybe they were not out. No, they weren't.
The front linesman must also use good judgment at the line. These game reel examples show good judgment for intentional offsides.
Bring it all the way back down the ice in the intentional offside because Jensen touched it.
Yep.
Deciding control at the line also takes sound judgment, as good sight lines reinforce a good standard.
Hustled in there by Conwell, but he was offside.
As we see in this example, good positioning at the line gives the linesman a good judgment of the play.
Now here's a chance for Vancouver. It's Naslin who just can't seem to buy a break.
Every call is different. I mean, you cannot be at the same position at every play because every player is different. So sometimes you need to be a little bit outside of the blue line. I'm talking about linesmen, and then sometimes it's good to be inside the blue line. Depends, what angle the puck's coming towards you.
When the puck is in the defensive zone, a linesman should anticipate the puck movement out of the zone, keeping his body in ready motion. As we see here, the linesman is in good proximity to the play while doing what he can to maintain sightline of the play and anticipating the puck's movement. The replay reaffirms good backward skating to the line and good overall attempts to keep parallel to the play while trying to gain better sightline. As these two game reel examples show, we see the importance of anticipating puck movement out of the zone and being in close proximity to the play.
Bouchard just offside.
There's no ideal position that one position is going to give you the good look at the play. Are you better off being a little inside the blue line? Are you better off being outside the blue line, move away from the boards, close to the boards? It's all reading the play, it's all experience.
The back linesman, covering your partner. The back linesman, the linesman whose zone no longer contains the puck, must follow the play out of his zone, keeping watch on all players that may be still behind the play. There is no exact spot that this linesman should be between the two lines, but by reading and anticipating the movement of the play, he will best determine where he should be positioned. As the replay shows, see the bottom part of your screen, the linesman doing good work following the play and reading off his partner while anticipating puck movement out of the zone.
Again, you go by your foundation, you go by what we all learned when we started officiating, but sometimes you have to ebb and flow with your partner.
The back linesman must also be prepared to cover for his partner at his partner's blue line. This means being in sync with his partner. In this example, we see the back linesman recognize and react to the play near the boards. Being in sync with his partner, he instinctively covers for his partner's line, anticipating a possible transition up the ice. The puck stays in the zone, and he returns to his position. The front linesman in this example is knocked out of position in the neutral zone. The back linesman then promptly races to make the call at his partner's line. As the replay shows, the linesman explodes off his line to cover for his partner. In this clip, we see a nice example of teamwork as the linesman gets caught in the neutral zone while his partner relays to make the call.
You have to really learn to work well with your partner to be able, if he's caught out of position at his blue line, or if I'm caught out of position at my blue line, we have to work together to make sure that somebody comes in and covers and holds that spot until somebody else gets it, so we get a chance to switch back to our own positions.
Icings. Icings require a team effort. The back linesman should be in good position to determine if the puck has been shot before center ice. If so, he will raise his arm to signal the icing. From here, the front linesman may wave off or chase the icing. Here, the back linesman takes good position just outside his partner's blue line until the play is waved off. As this replay shows, the front linesman does a great job hustling to see the icing, while staying isolated to the play. Good backwards acceleration gets him back into good position at the blue line. Another example here shows good communication between the back linesman and front linesman on a potential icing. The front linesman then does a good job hustling to the play and ultimately waving the icing. As the replay shows, good communication between each linesman and hustle by the front man to get good sight lines. These game reel examples show other good examples of race to icings. From this example, we see hard skating toward the net and good sight lines leads to a great no icing. For wave-offs due to attainable passes and players letting up, judgment is needed to make the correct call. Good sightlines are essential to these types of plays. The following game reel examples show good examples of judgment.
Pass eludes Radovojevich. They wave the icing.
As we see here on a similar play, an attainable pass is waved off correctly near center.
If the puck is 2 feet off the ice coming 100 miles an hour, he doesn't have a reasonable chance to catch that puck. If the puck is coming, sliding towards him, just bounce over his stick or something like that, well, he's got a chance to play that puck. It's reachable, it's attainable, it's a playable puck.
Being in good position to judge icing let-ups are demonstrated here.
for it was Shea Weber. He bounces that by Rivet, and icing waved off.
As we see here, the linesman uses sound judgment to wave off the defenseman's attempt to let up on the icing. From start to finish, icings are best accomplished when executed as a team. Dropping the puck. Face-offs. All face-offs will be conducted on the 9 face-off dots. Linesmen can do the following number of things to ensure the quality of each and every face-off. It is important for the linesman to be ready before the players enter. He should check that the players are not offside or in the face-off circle. As the replay shows, the linesman does a good job informing the wingers on the outer circle to stay out.
Hey, right through here. Inside. Here we go, wait down first.
When blowing the whistle, he should be ready, standing squarely to the face-off location and in good balance. For end zone face-offs, the feet of both centers should be behind the line. Some contact can be made, but if centers consistently cheat or abuse the line, he should be ejected from the face-off. Both sticks should be placed on the ice, with the visiting team first. In the end zones, the toe of the blade of his stick should be placed in the white area of the face-off dot. If a center jumps, either due to over-anticipation or as a ploy in an attempt to win the face-off, he should be ejected. If a winger jumps into the face-off circle, the center shall also be thrown out. Face-off encroachments are the responsibility of both linesmen, as well as both referees. It is important to get the centers into the face-off area quickly. If players do not react to the warning of the drop or attempt to quarterback the draw, a linesman shall drop the puck and initiate the hurry-up face-off.
Let's go, let's go! Drop it!
This game reel example demonstrates a correct hurry-up face-off after a slow change by the home team.
Look at all, too much talk. And the linesman says, "The heck with you guys, I'm just going to drop it."
And in this example, we see the centerman attempting to quarterback the face-off, while the puck is rightly dropped.
Watch his face-off win. Right to the end. Look at it. There was a nice little play there.
Good communication is also very important in attempting a clean face-off.
Wait, nice and flat. Hey guys, help me out here, okay? Right down the way to the dot. Bring your feet over here nice and square. Here we go. Hold up, watch your feet, gentlemen. Onside. Right down on the white, help me out nice and flat. We'll get the puck down. Here we go.
Once an end zone face-off is done, the linesman dropping the puck should do his best to exit the face-off as fast as possible, avoiding traffic and getting back to his line. His partner will cover his line on the opposite side of the ice and move back to his own once his partner returns. As the replay shows, the linesman does a good job of being aware and not turning his back to the play to keep his eye on the puck and players. This other example demonstrates a good quick exit out of the zone and back to his line. For neutral zone face-offs, the linesman dropping the puck at center ice should make sure the wingers are on the outside and in good position, while the front linesman monitors the wingers and will go in the direction of the puck once it is dropped. As the replay shows, a fast, efficient puck drop made by the linesman at center. For neutral zone face-offs near the boards, the linesman not dropping the puck should position himself on the opposite side of the ice. This positioning allows him quick movement to his partner's line if he needs to make a potential call. It also allows him to monitor the wingers behind his partner. The linesman dropping the puck returns to his line once the puck is dropped, releasing his partner once the face-off is done.
All right, guys, I just need a fair face-off right here. Your stick on the ice,
That's struck.
In this example, we see the back linesman cover for his partner at the blue line, as he is blocked from making the call in the neutral zone. The front linesman then returns to his line.
Then I turn to do the face-off, and I tell the guys what I want from them. And you can repeat them every night, 20 times a night, for 20 years the guy plays in the league. Sometimes you're going to have to remind him all the time and every time.
All face-offs should be executed fast and efficiently. Knowing the way to conduct draws would not be complete without having a good instinct. Given the science of face-offs, a linesman must also have a good feel for the draw. A combination of science and instinct are key components in executing a clean face-off.
Players are smart, so they try to draw the attention on the other side of them so they can cheat a little bit. So like I said, I don't know if you guys got that, but I said, well, you know what, I'll put some attention on him and then I'll make sure that you're fine too. So he kind of started laughing there. We know what they're trying to do, and then, so that's their game, that's why they're pro.
One-on-one, penalty shots and shootouts. When a penalty shot is called, both linesmen have specific duties. The linesman who is in the zone of the shot should be positioned along the goal line, prepared to assist the referee if necessary. His only role is to observe and provide his version of what he saw if need be. The other linesman is to position himself at the center red line between the two benches, ensuring that all players remain against the boards in front of their benches and monitor any distractions. As the replay shows, the linesman communicates to the benches the play occurring and secures the area. The linesman at the net then confirms he saw no goal. Rough stuff, scrums, and fights. The most important thing linesmen must remember when they encounter potential scrums or an altercation is teamwork. When a goal has been scored, the front linesman immediately skates into the end zone, while the back linesman moves into the zone and positions himself between both teams. Both linesmen must be alert for potential problems and be ready to respond. As the replay shows, the linesman does a good job backing up his partner in the zone and then alertly skating between both benches. In this example, the goal is scored and the front linesman hustles hard to the net, making sure no altercations take place. He then retrieves the puck and brings it to center ice. The replay reaffirms hustle to the net and a good awareness to the play. In the event of an altercation, both linesmen should enter the altercation together, deciding beforehand which player each linesman is going to take. To get between players, the linesman should come in from the side, with one linesman on each side, each taking a player. All through this process, the linesman should be talking to the players, explaining what is expected of them and what the linesmen are attempting to do, all with the intent of calming them down.
Cooperate. I can't pick you up. You're too big, too strong. All right. All right. Break good, all right? All right. Let go.
Hey, this is where somebody gets seriously hurt. Hey, you don't have to do that to him, all right? Let him up.
Yeah, I do.
Let him up. Let him up. Hey, I got it. Let go of him. Let go of him. I got it. Let go.
We're done. We're done. Hey.
We're all done, boys. We're all done.
Well, I think your main objective there is to try to focus on the individual that everybody might be angry at. So if you can kind of get that guy that everybody's upset at out of the fracas or the scrum, usually things will calm down. Now, I say usually because that doesn't always work that way. So, but that's your main focus.
Linesmen should also be prepared to provide the referee with any details that led up to an altercation, such as instigators or other incidents that occurred during the event. Seeing beyond penalties and premature substitutions. Linesmen have a responsibility to notify referees of any match or major penalties, as well as unsportsmanlike conduct, pucks over glass, high sticking, and too many men, among others. Although a linesman has primary responsibilities, these obligations must be observed throughout the game.
And the puck was gloved ahead.
In the event of a goalie change for an extra attacker, a linesman must communicate with the bench. Ideally, the goalie will be within 5 feet from the bench before the player enters play. If the change is made prematurely, then he should stop play, and the faceoff will be at center ice or where the play was stopped if this occurs prior to the red line.
Watch the goalie here, guys. Wait, go!
The replay shows us great communication with the bench for the change. Game duties. Linesmen have many other duties in the game. This includes removing broken sticks from the ice. Linesmen should refrain from losing positioning to remove a stick. It should be done at a safe time, usually at a stoppage. Linesmen are also called upon to repair holes and ruts in the ice. It is best to fill these holes with snow and force it into the crevices by pressing down on it. This should be done as quickly as possible. Linesmen have the responsibility of checking the nets prior to each game and at the end of periods of play. As we see here, good teamwork at the end of a period makes sure there are no issues with the goals. The linesman should also check the nets anytime there has been heavy traffic around the net to ensure that no new holes have developed. They must also look to ensure that the mesh is properly attached to the net all the way around, as well as the skirt at the bottom and padding along the base. Linesman duties can best be described with one word: teamwork. Being able to read the play, communicate, anticipate, and react during the game are some of the basic elements necessary for being a linesman. Although this video has been focused on individual disciplines of officiating, referees and linesmen must come together for the four-man system to work.
Spacek quickly ahead and knocked that away from Travis Zajac, and that puck went out. Spacek's arguing.
Here, we see great communication amongst the team on a close delay of game call.
That's a penalty. I mean, that's the appropriate call, and that's a real good eye by Thor Nelson, the linesman, communicating with the two officials.
A high sticking call is cited by the linesman behind the net.
The outside of the goal. Datsuk latches onto it and nimbly plays it back to center.
After the whistle, the linesman notifies the referee and a 4-minute minor is called. Great teamwork. On a close icing play, the referee sees that the puck is not in fact touched by the defending team. Strong leadership and unity on ice lead to the correct call. This video is designed to give the basics of the four-man system and should not be confused with the art of officiating, which is a skill in itself. A love for the game and a strong team spirit will go a long way in executing the four-man system.